Hello and welcome back to Rue Valley. We are in loop 106, otherwise known as loop 6 of our new loop, and we need to charge Frank's phone. Why do we need to charge Frank's phone? Well, I'm glad that you asked. We need to charge Frank's phone so that we can get a video of Ben not being good on drugs, so we can take that, or so we can send that via email to Dana Peters, who will then not give Ben drugs, and then we can speak to Ben about Riley, which is, I just realized I don't really know why. Do we have a why? I may have forgotten why we need to ask Ben about Riley. Maybe we're asking Ben about... I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, we need to do that. Yeah, we need to ask Ben about Riley. For reasons that we don't entirely know yet. But we will. We will. Hey, Travis.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt. I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink.
Well, before... Actually, can I charge my phone anywhere around here?
Hey, man. Wow, I never forget a face, but I totally blanked on your name.
Ah, the old fake it till you make it routine. Smooth. A real master of social grace, this one. Oh, let's just not give her name. No worries. Now how about that charger?
Sure thing, buddy. The eggheads from Coral Destiny equipped us with one of those, whatchamacallits, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, universal green charger ports. It's right behind the pool table. Just place whatever you need charged on it, and it takes care of the rest.
Thanks, I'll be sure to check it out. What can you tell me about Dr. Fink? He casts a glance at you from the rim of the already spotless cup he's still cleaning.
Not much. Anita was, probably still is, angry at Ben for giving him a better price for a long-term stay. That's the extent of it, really.
And that seems fair, because then you have somebody who's permanently in the motel, and it's not like they're fool. So...
Well, there's a bit more.
Uh-huh.
Some of Fink's regulars come to the bar every now and again, after their sessions. They've got nothing but praise for the man and his methods. So I thought about starting counseling with him. Don't get me wrong, my current therapist is amazing, but I prefer to have sessions in person.
Didn't work out, though. He doesn't take new clients unless they're assigned through the Ministry of Public Happiness referral system. So I just stuck with my therapist. This is the second time we've heard about the Ministry of Public Happiness and it assigning us here, but that's all we've ever heard about it, is that they assigned us here. It doesn't actually tell us too much about them. I get the feeling that there's something about this world that we're in, which is fundamentally, structurally different than the world that we actually inhabit. But we don't know it yet, right? I get the feeling that there's like a fracture, and we're on one side of it, and this is on the other. But we can't see the differences yet. Well, yeah, there's odd things here and there where you're like, that's odd. That doesn't match with what, like, it should be. But anyway. So you have a positive opinion of therapy?
Of course. There's that old adage, healthy mind and a healthy body. You can't have one without the other.
If his body is any indication, his mind is bursting with health.
Don't want to sound arrogant or boast, just giving you an example from my personal life. Disclaimer done. I know it's hard to believe it when you see me today, but I was a slob, both in mind and in body. There were days when I couldn't get out of bed. Didn't see the point. There were days when I drowned myself with food just to feel that shred of the cheapest possible happiness from the dopamine kick. I'm here and not in a psych ward and or diabetes ward because of therapy. Only because of therapy.
Lying in bed all day long sounds awesome. I just gotta tell you.
If that sounds good to you, seek help. Today.
Oh. Okay, well, thanks.
No prob. Care for a drink, perhaps?
No, how about you tell me about Riley?
Anderson.
He pauses for a second, brow creasing, lips shifting like he's powering through a deadlift.
Ah, Riley. She's cool, super nice, and gives off that easygoing vibe. Oh, and a great tipper.
What's up with her and Coral Destiny?
Can't say for sure. Think she's with the space program or something. Her and a bunch of other jumpers were practically regulars here.
Jumpers?
'Cause of the jumpsuits. Coined that one myself. I was hoping it'd catch on.
No, it's good.
Thanks, buddy. Anyways, they didn't look like your typical CD eggheads, so I just figured technicians or would-be astronauts. I mean, they could hold their liquor like dock workers, especially Riley. Trust me, I sling some serious stargaritas. But that thing? I kicked it up a notch. Mixed it just for them. I call it Nebula Nectar. Strictly off the record, menu, and the rules.
Surely they had some wild stories after a couple of those. Come on, you must have heard something.
Nope. Only that the drink proved tougher to beat than their Astro Sims. Took that as a compliment.
Alas, the guy's truly a professional, so you're probably not going to get much more out of him. Alright, I mean, we got something very important out of him, though. We got a charger, which sounds like it's not a garbage charger, and it actually charges things quickly. An expensive-looking wireless phone charger. Let's look for instructions. You find the how-to label right below Coral Destiny's prominent logo. It says, position your device on a designated docking pad until charging commences. Alright. Leave. Play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonists until the phone is charged. Alright. It's interesting you've got until Anita goes to the roof, though. That's intriguing. Yeah, we're definitely not doing anything with the phone this loop, huh? Enough of this for now. Let's check the phone. The crack covers most of the screen, but through a small gap you can see the battery percentage. It's reaching 25%. Let's let it charge a little bit more. Right, let's do this. Until the loop ends. But I want to stop right before the loop ends, if that's possible, game. You think that might be possible? Wonder if you can just leave it well, actually, that's something interesting. Wonder if you can just leave it charging through loop. And then it'll be charging by the time you get back here anyway. Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? I assume I can just walk in and take the phone. And then I can just leave. That actually saves us the most time. Let's see. Because it should, in theory, continue charging. I wonder what would have happened, now that I think about it, if you had left it charging with Robin over the loop. Imagine you would have got some dialogue about that, right? Because she would have been like, wait a second, I didn't put this phone on charge. When you come back and say, can I get my phone? Interesting. Anyway. Let's... So it lets us. Let's go. In here. It's interesting there's nothing more of her, though. Because we've arrived significantly earlier, so you think there'd be more of that conversation to hear, but I guess we got everything we're going to get out of Anita. Right. Half full. I'll pick it up. Half full's enough. At least for this loop. Right. Let's go. And down here. Then car. I guess I can send it to my... I was wondering if I could send it to my phone afterwards, but actually I probably can't, right? Because my phone resets every loop. I just happen to have it, but it resets. Although, weirdly, it resets but also connects to all the Wi-Fi's automatically. I'm assuming that off camera it's like, we press the button. I'm sorry, Percy Rucker. I'm gonna skip you. I know. Also, while we're in here, let's just get rid of that. So now it'll stop flashing and tell me there's something new. Okay. Okay. I kind of feel like we're just going with the flow still. I think I said this last time. It feels like I don't really know what we're doing. We're just kind of doing things and hoping that things lead to other things. But I don't really know what we're doing. Like, I know that we're going to Ben, we're getting a video of Ben on drugs, then we're going to send that video to Dana to get her not to put Ben on drugs so we can talk to Ben about Riley, but, like, I don't know where it's going to lead. But, you know. Let's ask Ben about Riley. No point talking to him about that or anything really while he's in a state of mind. Do I have to use the phone? Do I use the phone or something? See if Frank's junk phone can record videos. It takes a while for the camera app to boot up and you automatically switch to video mode. It works, but the quality won't be great. Old phone, old lens. However, the recording icon is grayed out, a classic sign that memory's full. Something has to be cleared first, which means deleting files from the phone. Biggest ones are usually photos and videos. Let's go video gallery. It's crammed with files, like no one's touched them in years. Doesn't really matter what you delete, they're just memories of a dead man anyway. Still, this phone doesn't reset. Once you delete something, it's gone for good. Fucked up choices are in front of you. So which pile do you want to start cutting into? It's gotta be videos. There's plenty of those, you'll have to choose. Last video? Arrange the list of files by date, and on top is a recording from January 2027. The thumbnail looks pitch black. It doesn't feel right to even look at it. Facing those memories would be too taxing. Erasing them takes but a breath, the coward's way out. After a short pause, the file is gone, another candle snuffed out. Need more space, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Video? Random? You scroll aimlessly through and stop on one by pure chance. The thumbnail shows Judy, dated April 2025. This is overwhelming. Of course it is. Facing the heart of it is harder. Deletion is your shortcut. The circle spins and the message appears, video deleted. Solid chunk of memory is freed, but not enough. More has to disappear forever. Alright, let's go for a photo. There's a mountain of them. Which pile of memories do you think deserves the axe first? Memes and shared photos? Like most people, he never bothered to turn off autosave for media. Years later, the phone is crammed with junk. The circle spins as the phone churns in the background, then all of it is... and then, gone, all of it. There are probably some good memes in there. A small sacrifice in the grand scheme. Better to die as a good meme than linger long enough to become a mockery of itself. Still, this has only freed up a sliver of space, you'll need to delete more. Video? The oldest video? The recording is from September 2019. The thumbnail shows Riley sitting at a table looking straight at the camera. Pressing this button feels like committing murder. At least murder leaves behind a body. Here nothing remains. No grave, no headstone, just a void with nothing to fill it. After a brief pause, the file is gone forever. Hopefully it was worth it. That should do it. So you've deleted a number of memories. A shit ton of old memes. Funny, isn't it, how even junk like that sparks hesitation, proof that everything on this phone is wired to make you want to keep it. Last moments of Judy and Frank. Now that memory joined both of them in nothingness, they can linger there for all eternity. Weird Frank's celebration of Judy's birthday. Disturbing, pathetic, tragic, take your pick, you can't really judge him for it, though grief isn't rational. Frank and Riley's nice moment together. At least you saw it once. You'll forget it after enough loops, but now it's locked away in your skull, a fragile vault. They're all gone unless Frank shared them with someone, and knowing him he probably didn't, so how do you feel about it? Terrible. Let's be honest, it was terrible, but you pressed the button anyway. That takes a different kind of guts, the kind that leaves scars. And, be that as it may, the phone is ready to record. Alright. Record Ben in his devastated state. Need the perfect spot, close enough to capture everything, but hidden well enough that Ben won't see you. That old elevator looks like the perfect hiding place. Perfect. Traffic being stopped by the roadblock works in your favour too. No one passing by to ruin the shot. You're set. The angle is solid. You won't need much zoom. With any luck, sound will come through as well. Just in time, he buries his head in his hands and starts to cry. Action! Ben starts to cry harder, his body trembling. Sounds spill from him, something between weeping, moaning, and a jagged laugh. No man in a sane state of mind would ever let out such a noise. His misery burst like a broken dam, black waters of pain and fear flooding the ground around him. Even through the lens, you can feel it seeping towards you. My pain is bigger, more real, we'll say dramatically. Yes, you excel at one thing above all, suffering the hardest. He pauses for a moment, drawing in a deep breath and holding it, almost as if he's wrestled the storm back under control. Then it breaks through again. The sobbing returns, his head shaking, body trembling. Perhaps something set him off, and he simply couldn't bear the weight anymore. He just snapped. Losing the motel, probably? Yes, that is to sit at the very top of the list. It's hard to even imagine what it feels like to watch everything you built just vanish. Just like that, sobbing, shaking, and flat on his back, arms crossed over his chest, unnaturally still. That's it. He is dead. Hold on, he didn't die in the previous loops. He just shut down like an overworked machine. The drug meant for outer space slams into him like a comet, burning everything out, at least for now. That's enough. Anyone with eyes can see what's happening here. Well, maybe if I record a little bit longer, something interesting will happen. He just lies there, motionless, but breathing. Eventually a strangled cry slips out, a half dream, half despair. Then silence again. He's asleep or close enough. Stop recording. When the time is right, and you have Wi-Fi, you can send it to Dana. Okay, but I have to send it to Dana when I have Wi-Fi, which means I need to do it at the bar. Okay. In which case, let's play a little game protagonist, shall we? Okay. Just mark down what loop we're on. We're going to be moving into loop 108/8. You're getting used to this. A fire in the sky, loud noise, your typical Sunday. Right. Move that. It is a little weird now the alarm doesn't go off every time. Right? Like it's very, very odd. You're kind of expecting to wake up and they'll go, you know, are you still with me, Mr. Harrow? And then, you know, so on and so forth, but nope, none of that. Right, walking back. It's now 8:08. Am I connected to Wi-Fi? Maybe? No. Okay, so I gotta go in the bar to connect to Wi-Fi. Am I not on the Wi-Fi network? Oh, email Ben's video to Dana. You open Frank's email account and start a new message. As you type her address, it autofills, already saved in his contacts. Maybe Frank was also a customer of Dana's products. He didn't strike you as the type. Then again, Rue Valley is full of surprises. Attach file to the email. You tap the paperclip icon in the corner and select the video. A moment later, the file sits there loaded, ready for send-off. The cursor blinks in the subject line, waiting. Ben is not okay. Details about what you did to him. Attached? Clear and direct. Accusatory too. The kind of subject line grabs attention, or that kind of subject line grabs attention, and your throat. Maybe add a short message to the body. Indeed, I shall explain the circumstances in detail. Context adds shrapnel when you're detonating a bomb in someone's inbox. Let's start with the obvious. Dear Dana. An informal approach, bold move. Then again, you are writing from Frank's account. In the attachment, you'll find a video I believe is imperative for you to see. It shows the direct outcome of using your product. Good, it doesn't explain what's in the video. Let her see it for herself, draw her own conclusions. I hope you'll act on this information responsibly. Nice, clean, professional. All that's left now is the signature. A concerned friend. Could be Frank, could be Eugene, it could be anyone. It's gone, for better or worse. The phone pings, probably Dana's reply. That was fast. Read the answer.
Thanks for reaching out, Frank. I had no idea this was the effect. He always seemed fine and never said a word about it. I'll definitely have a talk with him as soon as he shows up. Thanks again. I'd hate to see him suffer, let alone be part of the reason why. P.S. I understand your concern. I'll take care of this. Trust me.
Now all that's left is to head to hydroponics and see what your actions have set in motion. Off to the farm, then. Here sits a man dazed and confused, like he expected to dive into blissful stupor but got a lecture instead. Big one. We need to talk about Riley.
Riley? Yeah, sure. Just hold on a minute. Who are you exactly?
Why are we getting two voice lines overlapping? Your gambit worked. He sounds and acts like a normal person now, not a man with one foot hovering over an endless pit of sorrow. Which means it's improvisation time if you want him to open up and spill the proverbial beans. You be Pursuer, Ministry of Public Happiness. I'm here on official government business.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Pursuer. Tell me, Riley isn't in some kind of trouble, is she?
I'm not authorized to discuss the specifics.
I can't imagine why the government would be interested in talking to Riley.
There's something in his look, weariness mixed with curiosity and an unwilling respect. You are, after all, the government standing in front of him. This is part of a government review into Coral Destiny's employment procedures. Family members of employees such as Riley are included in our review.
Right. As for Coral Destiny, she resigned a few days back, though I imagine you already knew that.
Did Riley specify her reasons for leaving Coral Destiny?
She didn't get into the details much, only that something's been bothering her for a long time, and now she's decided to cut off what's not working. Surely in your role, you probably knew this already.
When did you last talk to her?
A few days back, she showed up at the motel out of nowhere. No call or warning. I was glad to see her. Made us some coffee, poured us some numb night. Over small talk and a couple of toasts, she told me two things. She quit her job, and she was leaving Rue Valley for good. Two big shocks back to back.
There's a quiver in his tone, the sadness pushing through, though he forces himself to continue.
There was also a third thing. That one shook me more than anything else.
You're killing me with the build-up. Spill the goodies. Your impatience unsettles him, like he's suddenly aware he's been narrating instead of just talking.
She asked about her brother Frank, how he'd been and what he's doing. Little things like that.
That's all? I was expecting more drama, but fine, I'll bite. Why is that such a big surprise?
You see, Riley and Frank had a fight a while ago and haven't exactly been on speaking terms since. I never understood it. If anyone had been through hell and high water together, it was them. But the fight was so bitter, it drove them apart. So Riley never mentioned Frank for years. This is why I was so stunned. Anyway, it's family drama. I doubt it matters for your government review.
Please continue. Every detail might matter.
We spoke a bit about Frank, then she handed me money for him. A serious amount in case he should ever need it.
You see the thought spark in his eyes. He hurries to clarify before he can ask.
And no, I don't keep it on me. It's in a safe place. A bank, naturally.
Naturally.
She asked me to persuade Frank to seek help again. Dr. Fink, the therapist in my motel. He worked at Coral Destiny before going private.
I know of him. The circumstances of his departure from Coral Destiny are dubious at best.
I didn't realize the company and the people thought so badly of him. He looks like a good person to me. Riley was adamant. Frank has to talk about Judy's death. You know, that guiding light accident.
That accident must have shaken all of you.
Terribly. Frank was hit the hardest, but Riley too. Judy was a close friend. In any case, she said she would leave something of importance concerning Judy with Dr. Fink, but she didn't go into details.
Whatever she gave him, Fink still holds it. You'll have to get it from him. Right now, it's the only lead you've got, making it the best lead.
I just realized I'm swamping you with family stories. You don't even know everyone I'm talking about, and maybe none of this is relevant.
Don't worry about it, but let me ask, why didn't she meet Frank herself?
I think she was afraid of what would happen if she faced him, that another fight would break out.
Which we know it did on Loop 0.
Riley probably wanted to make sure he'd get the money and that special something, especially since she's leaving Rue Valley for good. Shit, I just remembered she's leaving today. This is her last day here. I just hope she saw Frank to say goodbye.
I spoke with her earlier, and I think she hasn't found him yet.
That's rough. I really hope she manages to track him down. It'd be a pity if she failed. I can only hope that what I shared proved helpful to you, that you gained something from it.
Your country thanks you for your service, citizen. The next step is clear. Wait for the reset, then head to Fink. Yes, it is clear. It is also literally my only option, which makes it even clearer. Okay, so he has something about Judy, but he might believe us that we're in a time loop now as well. That's the thing. He might believe us that we're in a time loop because we disappeared from in front of him. Okay. Yeah, we already knew that Riley had heard the message before Frank. Yeah. Yeah, we knew that. Right.
It's not a
Yeah. I just need to see if you got anything to say, Dana. Hello.
Hiya! And don't you...
Nope. See ya. I'm gonna break in here and then just play on my phone if that's alright with you. Don't you worry about it. I'll only be here a couple of minutes. Enough of this for now. And boom. Okay, there it is, the good old fire in the sky. Okay, so now we're linking back to Fink being involved. Now, Fink being involved could link back to us, right? In a way. Like, I think something in there could link back to us, and that could connect us to the story. Because currently, we still have the problem where we're not connected to the story. I think I need to walk to Kuiper and then go to the motel, because I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I think that we need a connection to this, a proper connection to the story that we currently don't have. And if it's through Fink, then maybe there could be something. I think there's something with Fink and the pill that we're taking, that we took. I think there's some interesting connection, because we took the pill on night 1, right? Maybe the pill is what's allowing us to be aware of the loop. That would then ask questions as to what exactly the nature of the loop is. But if Frank took the pill as well, then there's something. Maybe the pill is meant to be something that lets you re-examine your, re-examine moments in your life, and then you can relive them in a way or something. But it got messed up somehow. I don't entirely know. Then how does that connect to Coral Destiny? Because that doesn't sound like that's something that they would need. We have no time at all. We can get to the motel with a minute left. Dr. Fink, open up. It's a matter of life and death. You hear the door of the bathroom opening and a muffled voice.
What is going on? Mr. Hero, what in the Earth's name? What happened?
It dawns on you. Ever since you began looping in Frank's pickup, you stopped appearing on Fink's couch. Which means that in his eyes, you vanish in front of him every loop. Now, standing here, he can probably see that he has things to say. A lot of things, probably. Let him talk.
You just vanished. Right in front of me. One moment you were there, the next I was talking to empty air. I tore the office apart, looked under the couch, in the bathroom. I thought I was hallucinating. Depersonalization. Psychotic break. Something. anything. I even asked Robin if you ever arrived at the motel, if she has seen you at all.
I shouldn't have vanished like that. I probably made you feel and look like the fool that I am. He blinked several times, your words breaking the chain of his thoughts, scattering them into mismatched shards.
No apology is necessary. I was only searching for you. Desperation makes a man careless. But you're here now, that's what matters. Strange, though. Perhaps I wasn't paying attention. I must have been lost in thought and simply failed to notice you leaving. Without saying goodbye, if I may add.
And the gold medal for mental gymnastics goes to, drumroll please, Dr. Fink, from tearing the room apart to lost in thought in under a minute. Pure art.
In any case, our session ended nearly an hour ago, without proper closure.
Never mind the session. Riley left something for Frank with you. I need it.
Riley? Frank? How do you even know about them? Are you friends? That would be a serious conflict of interest for our therapy.
Time is running out. The horizon will soon be lit by a fiery sky, advancing like a tide of ruin that will consume everything. It's a long story. Just trust me, please. He studies you carefully, searching for the truth behind your request. You'll have to give him something. I know you mean well. You want the best for both Frank and Riley. He doesn't resist this truth, just continue to listen. Riley wanted you to help Frank. She even left money with Ben to pay for his therapy, among other things.
She mentioned that. But I'd never take money from them. It wouldn't be right.
It wouldn't be right because he feels guilt over Judy, and the reason why Frank is in his current state and Riley's in her current state is because of Judy. So that seems fair.
She left me that thing. Said it might help me reach Frank. But also help me if the past still troubles me.
That trouble called the guiding light mission? He closes his eyes for a second and takes a deep breath, then continues, a semblance of composure regained.
Yes. I made a grave error. And someone close to Frank and Riley paid the price. That's why I couldn't bring myself to listen to the things she left me. I wasn't ready to tear the scab from that wound.
Time is almost gone. Give me whatever Riley left. I may find closure for Frank, for her, maybe even for all of us. Behind his eyes, you can sense a struggle. Whether to trust you, a complete stranger with the ending of his story, or clutch it tight and lose it forever. Your extended hand trembles from exertion or expectation. Does it matter? The moment stretches on, endless, destined only to be broken by the burning horizon. Then, he slips something from his pocket and presses it into your palm. Small, light. Ball-shaped USB stick. Thank you.
I put my faith in you, Mr. Harrow. Please, don't betray it.
The northern sky begins to smolder, red and yellow bleeding into the horizon. You clutch the USB stick tight against your chest like it's a beating heart of its own. Your mind is a hive of questions. What's on the stick? How will you open it? What if it's protected by a password? But most important of all, what if it resets? A million buzzing thoughts swarm your skull. That you nearly forget. Fink is still there, glasses glowing, eyebrows like storm clouds. Both of you are silent, washed in burning light as the horizon swallows itself, each lost in his own thoughts in the world's end. Then he breaks it, with a familiar yet inescapable question.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yes, Doctor. Until the end. The explosion, the blaze, the roar, the world ends again, with you on your way back to Frank's car. Okay, so this, we gotta think is gonna have some answers. Like, this feels like it's an answer situation, not a carrying on situation. But not empty-handed, hopefully. This time you carry something, maybe the final piece of the puzzle. Well, I know exactly how I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to go and see Alex. Quick, check your pockets. Is it still there? I know it is. You probably know what's on it, right? It's the entirety of Judy's message, isn't it? Yes. Should I play it? Yes, use the car radio to play the message. Okay. Was not my expectation, but sure. I'll do that.
But the worst issue of all in my predicament is that I just can't be sure if anything else is damaged. The Overwatch protection is having a bit of a fit. It intermittently reports malfunctions on various systems, including those I know are working, like life support or the power grid.
Judy. That's Judy. Stop fucking everything, buddy. That's Judy.
I was right. All this time I was right, but nobody believed me.
Then sometimes it reports the 2 damaged solar panels are operating at peak 98% efficiency, though I see their shattered frames through the viewport. I even thought about permanently shutting down the Overwatch when it got my hopes up, reporting it fixed the long-range comms where it were as dead as ever. I'm not sure if this is a legacy problem with the fault protection system or the mainframe got damaged in the blast.
Imagine if this idiotic machine did what it was supposed to and fixed the long-range comms. Imagine!
I'll be talking to Judy right now.
I pondered an exploratory EVA to determine the extent of the damage done to the lander, but the brutal truth is, I can't risk opening the airlock and losing any of the precious little oxygen reserves I have left. I have a cache of oxygen candles, yes, but I need to keep them for unforeseen emergencies.
Oh, no. One close encounter with the Void is one far too many.
My top priority right now is to find a sustainable way to generate oxygen. Water electrolysis, powered by my own urine, comes to mind, but I'll have to think of a way to extract clean and sterile water from it. This will take power. A lot of power. I'll end here, since I don't want to dip into my fuel reserves more than I will have to.
Whatever it takes to survive, love. Whatever. That's what I did.
Guiding light, mission log, day 3. Commander Resnick speaking. This will be my last official report.
What? No! Judy, what happened?
Well, that was dramatic. I made a decision to continue recording, but this will become both my personal log and the record of my journey. A space to keep track of my resources, my thoughts, and my plans.
Oh.
Hopefully, when I land back home, I'll tell you my tale in person, so this will become a relic for the history books. Just in case, I'll load every message into the short-range auto transmitter. This was a short message.
If only you were here. You were here already. I waited for so long.
Guiding light, day 9, Commander Resnick's log. The sunlight is plentiful, for now, so I've decided to drain some more kilowatts from my power reserves and record. If only engineering crammed more batteries into this lander. I've already made written list upon list, prepared a number of paper blueprints for all of my projects, but just speaking helps me get my thoughts in order. It's strange. Dr. Fink correctly predicted a future when he warned the mission team about an intense desire to hear human speech during our long isolation. But I doubt he ever thought about a situation as dire as mine, so just hearing the din of my own voice in this tin can fills me with a strange sense of warmth. But back to business, Star Command.
Why is she mentioning Fink and not me?
I did an inventory of all my available resources. Food and water is aplenty, as the lander was supposed to serve as a temporary base for Rose, Mark, and me during our planetside operation. It's your standard, bland astronaut fare, sure, but it was supposed to feed 3 people, so with proper rationing, maybe a bit of fasting, I won't starve to death. Hopefully.
Don't even think about death. Don't even mention dying.
Oxygen is an entirely different beast. We were never meant to spend so much time in the lander, so I have only 30 kilos of stored oxygen, and that will last me approximately a month. Or I should say 21 more days to go. And my stores of water are not that plentiful either, so I'll definitely have to resort to urine recycling for oxygen regeneration. I've already planned the jury-rigged water electrolysis system and scavenged for parts. Unfortunately, one of the solar batteries had to be sacrificed for the cause and turned into a power source. My last and deepest concern is my fuel reserve. It is currently at 87%, which is my fault, really. Once I was in the lander, I activated the thrusters to get away from the wreckage of guiding light as soon as possible. I might have panicked and burned for too long. Might have. But hopefully this mistake won't come back to bite me in the ass. Preliminary calculations state there should be plenty for all the systems I'm building, maintaining life support, and the burn that will get me back to Earth.
Your fuel calculations match up with this.
That's all I have for now. So much to do. Guiding light, mission log, day 31, Commander Resnick recording. Nothing quite like that first breath of freshly generated oxygen. I am happy to announce that my water electrolysis system is fully operational. I'm so happy. I wanted to give it a grand opening with a ribbon cutting ceremony, but I'm all out of ribbons.
Typical, not having ribbons when, you most want them.
That's our girl. There's nothing you can't achieve. Nothing.
The only downside is that the whole process takes so much time, from urine collection, water recovery, sterilization of equipment, and running the electrolyzer. Though I have a feeling it will get much better once I have more time to improve my protocols. Speaking of, I feel I need to pass water now, and I can't afford to waste a drop, so signing off.
He caught the signal at 8 p.m, back when there was no loop. Just when you heard that clock for the very first time. When it was all about the therapy, the instant, the motivation and status effects. Uh-huh. Keep listening to the message?
Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly, my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life.
Yes, so we heard this is the second lot of the message that we heard previously. You heard this part already. It won't be easier the second time around. Fast forward to the part where the interference starts. So this will be the end of what we heard originally in Alex's bit.
Mission log, day 188. It's so hard to sleep without the pills pulling you into the void. I just lie strapped in my zero-G hammock and stare at the ceiling, my mind working on overdrive.
Okay, so actually no, this is before what we heard at Alex's, because when we heard Alex's bit, we saw the end, as in Frank, Frank's death, essentially. So, interesting. So this is in between.
Hurry up! Don't want to lose Judy's signal.
Every night, yes, I made air quotes, Sumi, is a struggle. But I'm getting there. At least I don't have to wade through a jumble of thoughts anymore. I'm tired, but I am awake. Truly awake.
Now where in the holy fuck have you left that battery, buddy?
And I have a plan now. A way out of this shit. During one of those ceiling staring sessions, I came up with a solution for how to fix my trajectory.
The battery must be under the bed.
Nothing here. Hurry!
Wardrobe?
Nope. Where is that spare battery? It's useless. There's no spare battery here, you dimwit. We're just wasting time.
Yes, it's super risky, but let's face it, I'm at such a point that I might as well bet it all on red. If I don't, everything will stay the same forever. I just need to do the math, build a model. It will work. It must. Judy out.
Fucking hell. I'm gonna beat my stupid head with closed fists.
Alex has radio equipment. You did beat some sense into yourself.
And this is why he crashes where he does, because there's the roadblock. He's gonna spiral off the road and then, yeah. To K Ranch now. Okay. And this is where he hits the thing behind
Day
us.
224. Here's a little bit of analysis after the fact. I contemplated a triangle. Trajectory, remaining fuel reserves, required fuel for the burn. No matter how I spun it, no matter how much I twisted it, that triangle always stayed the same.
God damn it. Crank the engine until it turns on.
With it, the conclusion. Insufficient fuel for trajectory-altering burn. Unable to adjust vector of approach for planetfall.
Look at scrawny loser staring at you. Like you've hit his fucking transformer.
Okay.
Come on, start, you piece of shit.
Interestingly, he saw us. Oh, and we're back to being us. Wait a second, we're back to being us, but we've got the fresh bruises, which means that we are back in loop 1. Back in the moment where you saw Frank, the reckless driver, for the first time ever. Your mind recoils from even scratching the surface of how all this is possible. Right now, urgency drives you. All of this started at that exact point when Frank drove away to meet his death. You watched him go and said nothing, but now's your chance to change it. Quick, stop him. Stop, you fool. You will doom us all to an eternity in a 47-minute prison. Too little, too fucking late. Only one option remains. You'll have to follow him. Let's go.
Outside of that triangle, to push the calculations to my favor, literally.
Okay, you have to make him stop somehow. Let's say, Frank, just because Judy is not part of your life anymore doesn't mean that you're any less, that you're a worthless shit.
Who the fuck are you? You don't know shit about me.
I donned my EVA suit and ventured outside of the airlock, oxygen loss be damned. Using my jetpack and additional fuel I made myself with the water electrolysis system, I was able to create just enough pressure to alter my trajectory and make sure the fuel required for the burn will be sufficient.
I know nobody believed you about Judy's message, and that made you furious, but you have to stop. This is not the way.
Stop yapping and let me listen to Judy, you fucker.
And when I was about to re-enter the lander, I noticed something that I've yet to make peace with. One of the fuel injector pipes, that radical new Coral Destiny innovation, is damaged, showing signs of previous leaks. The damage might have been caused by the explosion, or the material was never meant for spaceflight. I don't know.
You have to live so Judy can live through you. Stop.
Fuck you, you scrawny loser. She's not dead.
I was worried he might say that.
But now, I do know the reason why I was spending so much more fuel during our previous burns. Seeing that was a gut punch. If only I went outside earlier to assess the damage, I could have maybe... No use crying over spilled milk or fuel. I've patched up the rupture as much as I could have, just to make sure it doesn't expand and cost me even more fuel. I returned to the lander, performed the burn. The result? That triangle was shattered. My new trajectory is stable, but how do I feel about that? I've sacrificed so many resources to do this. Too much, maybe.
What's ironic is it would have actually if Judy had known her comms were getting through, her safest course of action was probably to simply stay, to not try anything. Because if she knew her comms were getting through, then there's a high chance that they might have sent another mission up there to try and get her. But, they might not have as well, but it seems like by trying to do something, she's probably ended up in a worse spot. Let's say, be careful, the roadblock is raised.
Shut up!
Day 226. Guiding Light mission. Judith Resnick speaking. I've decided to do this now, while I'm still mindful, composed, while Life Support still has enough resources to operate. Though I can't change them now, I've started questioning my own decisions. But keep telling myself that whatever I did or didn't do, an end would come. This way, I got to choose that end. And it will come on my own terms.
No. Fucking roadblock. Fucking Coral Destiny. I have to get to Alex before the battery runs out.
I can't do this again. I can't live through that pain again. You have to. There's no other choice. This is the only way out of the loop. Summon that real courage within yourself. Know that the pain is almost certain, yet that you are willing to risk it to fulfill your goals. It's my fault anyway. Follow Frank into a horrible existence. I'm alive? I'm alive! Pull your face and hand from the airbag.
Star Command. You will receive all of my messages through the short-range auto-transmitter. I have some personal requests. Please make sure that the following people hear my words.
Yes, but there are several spots of searing pain all over your body. Why is my neck so stiff? Because it prevented your head from popping right off when it slammed into the bubbly airbag at near light speed. Be grateful it didn't snap. Ribs are killing me. Hopefully they are not. There's no bubbling when you breathe, so they didn't puncture your lung. What you feel is just broken ribs. Just. It is just pain. You've endured worse. Much worse. Battered but still breathing. Mostly bearable. Alright, I'll take mostly bearable.
For my friends, Jake, Kirka, Riley, Jean, I'll be brief like I usually am. I love you, you bastards. You better get to Mars and drink to my health, or else.
What's with Frank? Is he even still alive? Fucking hell, he's dead. Well, if this didn't wake him, he's bound for the endless void. And no, there's not a sound nor movement from Frank despite your efforts.
To my parents, Mom, Dad, countless times I've imagined your smiles when Guiding Light was launched. How proud you'd be.
Frank suddenly cries out in pain, his whole body shuddering. He's alive, but still not conscious. Wake up, Frank. You have to hear this. It's Judy. You don't have time to be unconscious. Like a thunderbolt, Frank opens his eyes and glares right into yours.
You...
Countless times I've tormented myself with your faces when you learned that the ship was lost with all crew. But now, at least you get a better epilogue than that.
It's Judy, Frank. Listen. He looks at a specific point in the empty air.
Judy, you're here.
I can't imagine your pain, your sorrow. I know this is not what you imagined for me, but this is what I can do, what I want. Out of the worst, I've extracted the very possible best, just like you taught me. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Frank, my love. I'm sorry. I'll have to break that promise I made. I won't be coming home. You have to know, I fought with every atom of my being. I tried.
What are you saying? I'll save you.
It's all right, Frank. All right.
But sometimes we have to learn to admit defeat, to accept it. Please understand that I chose this. I want to have a resting place on Mars, a grave.
Ah, so that's what she ended up deciding. Instead of trying to get back to Earth, she just decided to crash into Mars.
You can't die, Judy. You must not.
I refuse to be another piece of space junk on an endless Earth-Mars orbit. I've broken that loop.
Broken the loop.
I want you to be happy. Need you to be happy. Do not allow yourself to return to the pit. I know it will hurt, but I must become another scar for you to bear. I love you. Now and forever.
I love you too, Judy. Now. Forever.
He coughs, his whole body heaving with the effort. Once the fit subsides, a trickle of dark red blood oozes from Frank's mouth. With a trembling hand, he reaches for the receiver and switches it to off.
What now, buddy?
Now you will allow us all to continue with our lives such as they are, Judy to resume her voyage and find her Martian grave.
I understand. Would you stay with me? I don't want to die alone.
Don't worry, both Judy and me are here. Reluctantly he takes it. His firm grip, flesh already going cold, tells you how afraid and grateful he is for this.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Yeah. And still battered. Interesting.
For a moment you seemed elsewhere.
The doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. I'm terribly sorry I wandered off again. Could you repeat that, please? He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrell. Well, we are done with our second session.
Uh-huh.
I'll see you tomorrow again. Get some rest, please. Your physical condition demands it.
Okay, so this is day 2. So this would be the day, like, we must have went after Frank, then crashed, and then come back for day 2.
Good night, Mr. Harrell.
See you tomorrow, Dr. Fink. Where others wasted it with flair, you kept time on a leash. Huh. That's the end of the game, huh? Interesting. It kind of seems like someone's about to pop up on the left, so I'm just giving it a second or two. I don't think there is. Okay. That was an interesting game. I don't know if I missed something. Somewhere in it. We found out so much about all these different people, right? but nothing seemed to connect through to an ending. Like, they didn't seem like some things that we found out were just like unimportant, which I guess makes sense. Like, you are likely going to find unimportant things about people if you just go and ask them about literally everything. But there are all sorts of storylines and mysteries that didn't go anywhere, right? Like, they had the Where's Walter one, and then we found him, and it was kind of like, good job, you found Walter. And then that's where the mystery ended. It's like, okay. I don't know if I'm satisfied with the ending, because I don't really, like, I get it. I get the loop. I get it was Frank's breaking the loop. The problem I have, right, fundamentally with the whole game and with the ending, is that Eugene is completely unconnected to all of it. His backstory is unconnected. Him being at therapy is frankly unconnected to it. I mean, it doesn't help him solve it, but like, it feels like you're just a side character in the main story. The main story is Frank, right? Frank and Judy's story, that had something to it. But I feel like your character is so disconnected that it feels awkward. There's also like hints of a greater, grander story somewhere. And the greater, grander story is also like disconnected. Like, there's talk of a Ministry of Happiness. What's that? Who knows? Was it important? No, it wasn't important. Jason Burns, unimportant to the story. We know a ton about Jason Burns. He has a bloodstained shirt. None of that is relevant to the story. We know a ton about Robin, her not refusing to go to university. It was a whole thing. We had to go through 2 loops to find it out. Unconnected to the story. Like, it just seems there's a lot of information that we have that didn't go anywhere. Now, when we finish these credits, I am immediately going to go and check the Steam achievements, because the Steam achievements seem to be like how it's progressing through the game, to see if there's any achievements that we're missing. And the reason why is to see if there's another path through the story we went through that potentially led somewhere else and potentially connected you in more. Potentially, if your character had different stats, maybe that also connects your own character into it more. Maybe the idea is that you should play it through multiple times to then see like how your different stats affect your knowledge about Eugene. But there were like different mechanics in the game that I really liked, and then we never saw them again, which I think could have added a lot to Eugene, like his what was it, like when we had those dreams and those dream sequences and find out a little bit more about him. I was like, oh cool, so that's how we're going to find out about our character. And then I think we did like once. Yeah, weird. Okay, let's head out here. Let's go to Steam and let's have a look. So Steam, library, Rue Valley. So I have 8 achievements still to unlock. Okay, that tells me that there's more in the game. Let's see what we got. So, tie Dr. Fink's shoelaces together. Okay, so that's probably not relevant. Master the machine completely. Do every single thing that you can do within the game, as in all side gigs, which will be things like, it could be master the machine, it could be tie the shoelaces. It's basically every idea that you can have. Read the full saga of a femme fatale for sharp tongue and a sharper exit strategy. So let's read all the books. Spend at least 100 loops in Rue Valley. Delete all media. So that would be, yeah, so that's going to be delete everything on Frank's phone, I guess, for no reason. Maybe, or maybe just delete every bit of media in the game. And then the Chrono Slayer. Time never stood a chance. You stylishly obliterated every pointless distraction. So do every wait thing. Yeah. Okay. I gotta now resort to online. Let me see if there's anyone talking about Rue Valley's ending. Because I feel like we're missing something, right? Yeah. What's the significance between Eugene and Frank? Okay, yeah. Mental health themes, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Eugene has his own loops to break. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay, I see. Yeah, so no, there isn't, as far as I can tell, there isn't anything more. I mean, I got the themes of the game. It was just I felt like I wanted something more connected, right? I wanted something where Eugene was connected to the story because I was interested in Eugene as a character and I wanted him to grow as a character. But anyway, aside. This game sells itself as like Disco Elysium, but I feel like after having played it, and I said this halfway through, there's kind of a disservice to what this game is trying to achieve. I think the bits that it took from Disco Elysium were maybe the bits that I liked the least in the game. Like the personality bit and the character creation and all of that. I think I would have preferred had they just tried to tell a story. I think that the personality bits were fine and they were there. I think that they could have done more of their own systems that they were creating. Like the ideas system. I think that would have been a better way to build up your character. Is like your character has an idea and then that builds up some more about themselves and building up your character as the game goes on. I feel like some things like that could have added quite a lot to the game. Whereas the way that it played right now, you kind of create your character at the start and then mechanics kind of stop being relevant as you go through the game. In fact, there was a line at the end which made me feel like that was deliberate. Because they were talking about it was like, oh, the start with your intentions and your lack of motivation, and it was talking about all these different mechanics that didn't really travel through to the end of the game. And I was like, huh, so that's deliberate that you didn't move those mechanics through. Which is very odd. It felt very odd. It felt like this was an enjoyable experience. It was fun to do. But I feel like I wanted just like a few extra things in the game here and there. Also, now that we've finished the game, what's up with Percy Rugger? Alright, let's see if anyone's got a Rue Valley. What is Percy Rugger? Percy Rugger. Uh-huh. Yeah. Nope. Apparently, he's, as far as I can see, he's pretty much nothing. Huh. Interesting. I have no idea what's going on with that. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed this game, but I'm left confused. I'm left very confused. I don't really know how I feel about it. I really like the Frank and Judy sections. I think that those were really good. I think that it was an interesting mystery for bits to try and solve. But I feel like the conclusion to the mystery was more confusing than it was satisfying. But that's okay. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time for whatever comes next. Not entirely sure what that is yet, but it won't be that far away. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.